Welcome to 100 references and Easter eggs in GTA 3. Let's go. On Staunton Island we can see this billboard, which says, "See you in Miami." This is a reference to where the sequel, GTA Vice City, would be set. It shows that Rockstar were already making Vice City plans when they were developing GTA 3. Next is the famous Ghost Town. Behind Shoreside Vale lies the place where the opening cutscene of the game was filmed. Rockstar thought we'd never find it here, but of course we did. Nothing is solid here, apart from one or two boxes, so we'll have to just do a flyby in the Dodo instead. Another famous thing, the hidden sign on Staunton Island. It's behind this wall of this car park, so we'll just use a couple of vehicles to jump over. And here it is. It says, "You weren't supposed to be able to get here, you know." Behind Ghost Town and the upstate tunnels, we can find some place names on the map that relate to Rockstar North developers. Keep an eye on the radar in the bottom left corner of the screen. There's Obbyborough, which is a reference to Obby Vermey. Aronsville, named after Aaron Garbutt. Wood County, named after Alistair Wood. Perhaps this should have read County, or perhaps it's meant to be like that. Les County, named after Leslie Benzies. Chris's Town, which refers to Chris Rothwell. Gary's Town, which is named after Gary McAdam. And Adamton, which could be either Adam Fowler or Adam Cochrane. The first of many posters we'll look at. This one is for Top Down City, which is a reference to the original GTA games, which were played from a bird's eye view. There's this internet cafe on Staunton Island, and its name is spelled TW and then an @ symbol. When said aloud, this of course reads twat. And inside this internet cafe is another famous Easter egg. If you look at these two computers, you can see two screenshots from the PS1 era of GTA games. There's one from the original Grand Theft Auto and one from GTA 2. On another poster is the name of a fictional actor, Chuck Schwartz. This name is a reference to both Chuck Norris and Arnold Schwarzenegger, two famous movie stars. Another movie poster, this time for a film named Badfellas. This is of course a reference to the real-life film Goodfellas, a mafia-themed movie from 1990. Then there's Saturday Night Beaver. This is a parody of the real-life Saturday Night Fever, starring John Travolta. The word beaver here is likely a sexual reference too. And Pirates in Men's Pants. This refers to the 1879 comic opera, The Pirates of Penzance, which was also turned into a 1983 musical comedy. You can see signs for Mean Street Taxis at various spots across Liberty City, and the Mean Street Taxis headquarters in Portland. This is likely a reference to the 1973 crime drama film called Mean Streets, directed by Martin Scorsese. The Borgnine taxi is awarded to the player for completing 100 taxi side missions. The Borgnine's name is in reference to the actor Ernest Borgnine, who starred in the 1981 movie Escape from New York as a cab driver named Cabby. All over Liberty, you'll find Rockstar logos. Some are more obvious than others. Take these two for example. There's this one on this helicopter here which is fairly obvious. But then there's a Rockstar logo on this Ped's baseball cap, which is a little harder to spot. Head Radio's resident DJ is Michael Hunt, and you can hear him say, "I'm Michael Hunt, but you can call me Mike."
Hey, it is Head Radio. I'm Michael Hunt. You can call me Mike, with another fat jam of non-stop rock from the station that can give you more because we pay our employees less.
And if you were to say Mike Hunt, it might accidentally sound like you're saying something a bit ruder. I'll let you guys figure that one out. You can find this ped around the city. His appearance is in reference to the Village People, a band formed in 1977. You can also hear him make reference to the Village People songs, including In the Navy and Call the YMCA.
Where's my damn tool? Young man. Where's my damn tool? There's no need to feel down. You can fail the 7 C's.
There are various digital billboards in the city and they're full of Easter eggs. This one shows the Rockstar Games website. And this one says GTA3.com. Then you can also see a URL for a page on the DMA website. dmadesign.com/GTA3/hidden.htm. And also a similar one at the airport. dmadesign.com/GTA3/secret.htm. Allegedly, these two pages on the DMA website contained lists of cheats for the game. However, they are long gone, with people reporting that they'd been taken down as early as 2002, likely less than a year after the game's release. There are two rival football teams in Liberty, the Cocks and the Beavers. There's the Liberty Cox Stadium in Staunton, which proudly displays the word Cox in the stands, whereas the Beavers are only mentioned by the peds nearby.
Beavers, nil! Give us a tip. Cox, yes! We love LC Cockrell! Can't you read? You got that damn rush! Beavers, nil!
Cocks and Beavers are reference to male and female genitalia as well. There's a male student ped that you can find around Liberty campus. If you take a closer look at his notepad, you can see that it has a drawing of a dick on it. He was clearly hard at work in his recent lecture. There are newspapers that you can see on the ground in the city. If you take a closer look, you can see that it's the Liberty Cock. The headline is Zombie Elvis Found, and at the bottom it says, Win shit. In the red light district, you can see this real estate sign for someone named John Holmes. This name is a reference to the adult movie actor John Holmes, who passed away back in 1988. On the tail of the Dodo, you can see this text, YME369. The first three letters read, Why me? And then there's the infamous number 69 at the end. But what's the 3 doing there? I'm not sure, to be honest. Although a backwards 3 looks like an E, so maybe it's like, why me? Another well-known one. If you shoot the moon with a sniper rifle, it changes size. There's a larger moon and a smaller moon you can choose between. In Shoreside Vale, there's the Cochrane Dam. It's named after the Rockstar North developer, Adam Cochrane, who we mentioned earlier in the video as a potential reference to the place name in upstate Liberty City. Okay, submissions now. The first being Don't Spank My Bitch Up. The name of this mission is a reference to the song Smack My Bitch Up by The Prodigy. Drive Misty For Me. The name of this mission is a reference to Play Misty For Me, a 1971 psychological thriller. Pump Action Pimp has a dual meaning. It refers to the pump action shotgun that the pimp uses in this mission, while it's also likely a sexual reference too. In Mike Lip's Last Lunch, the sign outside Marco's Bistro references the events of this mission. The sign reads, Marco's Bistro, eat till you explode. The name of the mission, Farewell Chunky Lee Chong, is likely a reference to the 1999 graphic novel Goodbye Chunky Rice by Craig Thompson. The name of this mission, Dead Skunk in the Trunk, refers to the colours of the clothes that the Mafia wear in the game. They wear black suits and white shirts, while skunks are also black and white, of course. Triads and Tribulations next. The name of this mission refers to the phrase trials and tribulations, which is an idiom referring to the difficulties, hardships, and challenging experiences that people face in life. Marty Chonks missions, the crook, the thieves, the wife, and her lover, all refer to a 1989 crime drama named The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover. The first mission from the payphone in Portland is Turismo. The name of this mission could refer to the popular racing game series Gran Turismo, or it could simply refer to the phrase Gran Turismo itself, which is often used for high-performance luxury sports cars. I Scream, You Scream is next. This refers to a scene from the 1986 film Down by Law, where the protagonists sing a song called I Scream, You Scream, We All Scream for Ice Cream. And of course, ice cream is a main theme in the mission. Trial by Fire. The name of this mission is a reference to trial by ordeal, an ancient judicial practice used to determine the guilt or innocence of the accused, by subjecting them to unpleasant and often dangerous experiences. Then there's Big and Veiny. This is simply a reference to male genitalia, classic Rockstar humour. Also in the cutscene for this mission, El Burro mentions a magazine called Donkey Does Dallas. This is a reference to a real-life adult film called Debbie Does Dallas. When you complete this mission, El Burro will deliver some stacks of magazines to your safe house in Portland. There will be a stash outside and more inside next to the bed. The name of this magazine is Muff and the Mule. This is a reference to Muffin the Mule, an old children's TV show from the 1940s and 50s. Also, you can see several donkey-related puns. Hot, filthy, hoofy action, Ass Master, and Sexy Beast. We've covered Two-Faced Tanner in detail in previous videos, so I'll just mention it quickly here. The whole mission takes the piss out of the main character from the Driver series of games, John Tanner. Asuka says he's useless out of his car, given that you couldn't use weapons in Driver 2. And it was previously thought that Rockstar gave Tanner the female running animation, but it was since revealed that he shares his running animation with Chunky Lee Chong, and the animation was specifically made for Chunky. The mission Grand Theft Auto from Kenji is of course eponymous, which means that it was named after the very game it features in. Also, Grand Theft Auto refers to the criminal act of stealing a motor vehicle such as a car, which is the focus for the mission. It was revealed that during development, this mission was originally called Gone in 60 Seconds, which refers to the 1974 movie of the same name, where thieves must steal several cars, just like the nature of the mission. There's also the mission Shima for Kenji. In Japanese, Shima means island. It's also a slang term for gang territory. This references the events of the mission, where the Diablos are invading Yakuza turf. Also, the robbed supermarket salesman shouts, "You guys are useless. What kind of Yakuza are you anyway?" This fits within the context of the gang, as in Japanese, Yakuza means a useless hand of cards. The name of the mission Arms Shortage has a dual meaning. It refers to a shortage of weapons, but also a shortage of physical arms. And Phil Cassidy only has one, since he lost the other one in Nicaragua. Well, so he says anyway. A drop in the ocean. This is a phrase which means a small or insignificant event. Although collecting the packages in this mission gives you a 5-star wanted level, so the police don't seem to think it's insignificant. S.A.M. This is an abbreviation for surface-to-air missile, which refers to a missile designed to be launched from the ground or sea to destroy aircraft or other missiles. This perfectly describes what you do in the mission. You shoot down a Dodo plane with a rocket launcher. The mission Uzi Rider from the Staunton payphone refers to the film Easy Rider, a 1969 road drama. Kingdom Come refers to the phrase blown to kingdom come, which is an idiom used to describe something being completely destroyed or annihilated. This could happen to Claude during the mission if we get too close to a spanked up madman. Uzi Money is a mission from the payphone in Shoreside Vale. This refers to the phrase easy money, which means to obtain money by dubious means or for little work. The name of the mission, Toyminator, is a reference to the well-known film The Terminator, the 1984 action movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. A ride in the park is a side mission in Staunton Island. The name of the mission refers to the phrase a walk in the park, which means something that's easy to do. On Lips 106 there's a news update which talks about a police officer named Gary Schaefer, who has been found innocent after a controversial decision by a corpse. No corruption to be seen here, guys.
So I'm sitting here reading the Liberty Tree, and it says in nearby Carcer City, a good day for law and order as Police Chief Gary Schaefer was cleared of corruption charges in a controversial decision by the courts. Let's hope those missing witnesses turn up safe and sound.
Anyway, the place where these events have taken place is Carcer City, which is the setting for another Rockstar game, Manhunt. Another thing to mention about the Borgnine taxi is its appearance. It's maroon with spikes on the front and back bumpers. The design of this car could be in reference to the video game series Quarantine, which was developed by Image XL, which later became Rockstar Toronto. In that game, there is a similar cab with spikes on its bumpers. Another movie billboard, this time it's advertising a fictional film called GTA. Now of course, this is a reference to Grand Theft Auto itself. Here's another, for a movie called Soldiers of Misfortune. This is a parody of the 1995 film Soldier of Fortune. This one should be fairly obvious. There's a poster for a musical called Rats, which is of course a reference to the real-life musical Cats. Luigi's club is named Sex Club 7. This may be a reference to the British pop band S Club 7, which was formed in 1998. One of the brands you'll see in Liberty is this one, Yomar's Frozen Fishy Fingers Factory. On the side of the mule, you'll sometimes see this advert for the company, because people love the smell of Yomar's frozen fish products. Now, I can't go into too much detail about this one, but Yomar's essentially means your mum's, and fishy fingers refers to female genitalia. That's all I'm saying, guys. You're just going to have to look this one up for yourselves. There's a statue near Francis International Airport in Shoreside Vale. On it there's an inscription that reads, "For those who fought for freedom, 1936. It's believed to refer to the Red Scare era, which began in 1936, when a group of filmmakers, writers and intellectuals left America and headed to Spain to fight against fascism. Another thing to note about this statue is that it has a traffic cone on its head. This is likely in reference to a famous statue in Glasgow, Scotland. The equestrian statue of the Duke of Wellington is frequently capped with a traffic cone by members of the public, a tradition which stretches back to the 1980s. And why Glasgow? Well, DMA Design, better known as Rockstar North, are based in Scotland, in Edinburgh rather than Glasgow to be specific though. And did you know that you can shoot the traffic cone off the statue's head? Well, you can. There are signs for a company called Morningstar Industries around Liberty City. Morningstar is actually a biblical reference. In the Bible, Lucifer, also referred to as the morning star or day star, is a name primarily associated with a fallen angel, specifically Satan. There are also posters around the city for Fanny. This is a reference to the film Annie, which was released back in 1982. A well-known Easter egg in this game was the Rockstar constellation. If you look up at the sky on a clear night, you can see the Rockstar R made out of stars, with the brightest star representing the star in the Rockstar logo in the bottom right corner. In Liberty, you'll occasionally see security cars driving around. On the side, there's the brand name, which in German means Gruppe Sechs. But when read aloud in English, it sounds like Gruppe Sechs, which is another name for an orgy. Another poster for a musical, this time it's for Duck Pond. This is a reference to the famous musical Swan Lake. There's a song on Lips 106 called Pray It Goes OK, and it's by a band called Boys to Girls. The name of the band is likely a reference to the real-life group Boys to Men, which formed in 1985. One of their songs actually features on San Andreas, Motown Philly on CSR 103.9. Another company in Liberty is Turtlehead Fishing Co. There are two possible references for this. According to GTA Fandom, the Chinese translation for turtlehead means the tip of a penis. And in the UK, turtlehead is a slang term for, and I apologise for this, when you need a poo so badly it feels like it's poking through. Like a turtle's head. Sorry. Back to the Dodo. It's likely named that because in real life, the Dodo was a flightless bird. You're not really supposed to be able to fly the Dodo in the game, at least not for long. But gamers quickly found out how to fly the plane for almost infinite amounts of time. On the side of the Triad fish vans, it says belly up mackerel. The name of the company refers to when fish die, they float to the surface belly up. This is probably a well-known one, but the character of Salvatore Leone was based on Don Vito Corleone, the godfather in the 1972 film of the same name. Near Ammu-nation, there's a sign for the Fudge-packing Corporation. A fudge-packer is an old-fashioned slang term for a gay person. There are adverts for Head Radio around the city. This one says, give Head Radio a listen this weekend. It'll blow you away. Both the give head and blow wording are references to oral sex. There are shops and adverts for Zip dotted around Liberty City. This is of course a parody of the real-life clothing company, Gap. There's an advert for a company called Fun Cola here. This is probably a reference to Pepsi Cola, as the logo looks very similar. At the XXX Mag shop in the Red Light District, there's an advert for the Daily Spurt. This is a reference to the discontinued newspaper in the UK, the Daily Sport. There's a poster for an adult movie, also in the Red Light District, called Dirty Habits. Double nun fun all the way in. Dirty Habits, come all ye faithful. Dirty Habits refers to the garments that nuns typically wear, which of course are called habits. There's also this one, Up a Dark Alley. This is a reference to a particular type of sexual intercourse. In Joey's garage, you can see a computer called the Crouton 9000. This is a reference to the artificial intelligence antagonist in 2001: A Space Odyssey, which was named HAL 9000. Have you ever wondered why the BF injection was named that? Well, the car is based on the real-life Myers Manx, the OG June buggy. It was made by BF Myers & Co., with BF standing for Bruce F. Myers. the founder of the company. So that's what the BF in BF Injection relates to. There are advertising boards around for a clothing company named OK. This is a parody of Calvin Klein, which is often abbreviated to CK. On the digital billboard near the mall, you'll see information relating to fictional stocks occasionally. At least some of these relate to the game's developers. For example, there's one called Les, which refers to Leslie Benzies, and another called Adamski, which is likely either Adam Fowler or Adam Cochrane again, and AAG, which refers to Aaron Garbutt. Some of the same names as we heard earlier in the video, with the names on the map near Ghost Town. In downtown Staunton Island, you can find Tarbrush Coffee. This is, of course, a parody of Starbucks coffee. On this digital billboard, you can sometimes see information relating to fictional movies. For example, there's this one called My Fair Lady Boy, which refers to the 1964 musical My Fair Lady. And it also mentions a movie called Guys and Dogs, which is in reference to the 1950 musical Guys and Dolls. Here on Staunton, there's a billboard for Ammu-nation with the caption, "We don't shoot blanks." This is a double entendre for shooting blank bullets, and also a reference to male infertility. At various places in the city, you can see this shop, White Line Airways. White Line refers to vapor trails, but is also likely a reference to cocaine. There's also this shop called Birthday Suit. It looks like a party shop or maybe a costume shop. Birthday suit is a phrase that means being naked. It refers to what you wore when you were born. Nothing. Also in Staunton, you can find a couple of BJ's Deli locations. It'll probably come as no surprise that BJ stands for blowjob. A shop you'll see quite frequently is this one, for a brand named Semi, which is some kind of clothing or sportswear company. Semi is slang for semi-erection. More of that classic Rockstar humour there. If you go into Ammu-nation, you can see a member of staff behind the counter. He's wearing a Rockstar hoodie, and this is apt, as this is actually Sam Hauser, the co-founder of Rockstar Games, along with his brother Dan Hauser. At various points you can see adverts for Squid, a mobile phone company. It seems to be based on a mobile phone company called Orange, which was prevalent here in the UK around the time of the game's release. Although I can't see why they chose to call it Squid though. Another poster for 69th Street. This is a reference to the 1980 musical 42nd Street. And I assume the number 69 here was chosen for, well, exactly the reason you think it was chosen for. In Wichita Gardens, you can see this advert for Stalkers. This is a parody of Walker's Crisps, a brand from here in the UK. Although these crisps are known in North America as Lay's and also in Australia as Smith's apparently. And check this one out, MNKY, an abbreviation for monkey, with a picture of a monkey too. This is a parody of DKNY, specifically their children's clothing line. Also, the look and feel of the advert is reminiscent of Hello Kitty as well. At the airport and in other places, you can see signs for McAdam Airways. This is likely named after Gary McAdam, one of the artists who worked on the game. OK, Gasoline is next. This fictional company is a parody of Diesel, the clothing brand. During the cutscenes for the missions from Ray Machowski, you can sometimes see this hand dryer in shot. The company's name on it is Big Puff. This is another old-fashioned slang term for a gay person. On some of the aeroplanes at the airport, you can see this airline's name, DM Air. This is of course a reference to DMA Design, the company that largely developed this game, and would go on to be named Rockstar North. One of the brands that you can find on the coach in GTA 3 is Whip It. This is a reference to the real-life North American bus company, Greyhound. On the side of the toys van, which are used to begin side missions, you can see the phrase Toys in the Hood. This is a reference to Boys in the Hood, a 1991 crime drama. And last of all, during the cutscene for the mission Ice Cream You Scream, El Boro mispronounces Harwood as Hardwood.
Pick up the bomb I've hidden in Hardwood, hijack the regular ice cream van on its rounds, and lure these fools to their doom with the jingly jingly.
Funnily enough, on the Harwood sign near the car crusher, there's a letter D that's been spray painted on, making it also read Hardwood. And of course, hardwood means an erection. And on that note, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.